Hi, this is Dave Weiss from Wipeout Enterprises. Welcome to the big city of Sydney, Ohio, where we're a balmy temperature of 18 degrees right now. Now, I've had enough of it already. I'm ready to go back to Hawaii. So I've got my Hawaiian shirt on, and it's actually really helping to warm me up today. So what we want to talk about is too hot to farm and some of the needs that you need to make these things reliable. I know there's limitations on them. They're 1,000, 1,200 horse, but there's some things that you need to take a look at so you make a reliable and durable motor. So what we want to talk about is the crank hub, the fluid dampener, and some things like that. So the factory crank hub, uh, it wants to come loose on the front nose of the crank. With the extra harmonics that you're building with the horsepower, it tends to come loose. So the fix for that is an internal taper lock hub. So I don't know if you can see that. This taper lock, it's got a taper, and there's a taper here. So as you tighten the bolt down, or that thing tries to work forward, it just keeps clamping down on the crank more and more. This thing is modular, so there's a couple cool things about this. So if you're running out of the field tractor where you run the factory bolster, the big cast iron piece up front, you want to order the 10-inch fluid dampener. You don't have to do any modifications, and it will fit in between that factory bolster. And this was quite the improvement over the factory one. What guys are also finding is you can buy a new aftermarket dampener from like Reliance, but the quality isn't as good as the factory. What guys are doing with these higher torque motors is about mid-season, they're chunking the rubber out of them. So you just bought this brand new part and you make junk out of it mid-season. So they go to these fluid dampeners. Uh, the other part of the fluid dampener that we can do is you can get the timing bracket from us. All these parts are available on our web store. They're all in stock. So you can get your timing bracket. Um, you can do an upgrade for a V-belt pulley. This bolts on the back of it, and it will align with your water pump pulley and your alternator. So you can run the factory belt if you want to. So that's a part of the modular. You can add that to it. You can also add a cog belt pulley that goes right on the front here. So if you want to run a water pump for water injection, fuel supply pump, or an oil, or you can even add all of that in. All that's well available on our web store also, the pump drives. But you can add a pump drive also with the cog belt drive. If you do not have a bolster where you're not limited in your size, then you can run the bigger dampener, the 12-inch dampener. So that's everything that we want to at least talk about in the crank hub. But if you're running stock oil pump, you need to purchase the internal taper lock hub. The external taper lock hub that we offer will not fit. So you need the internal taper lock hub. So that's one of the upgrades that we'll talk about, have talked about for an out of the field, altered farm, hot farm type of tractor. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day.